Witness history in the making. The McIntyre Mini Globe Race 2025. Small boat, huge adventure.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's the 20th. Crikey's one more day, and then we've had our shortest day in the Southern Hemisphere on the 21st. That's tomorrow, Midwinter's Day or Midsummer's Day, depending on where you are. And weather's really nice here, although there seems to be a lack of wind because poor Eric, he having some challenges down there. But anyway, we're watching and monitoring, and the only good news about that is that Jane and I got some sleep last night. we were on 4-hour watches, so we just check every 4 hours to see if he turned around and got through the pass. But he's still out there. We'll talk about that a bit more after we look at the weather and all those sorts of things. We've got a whole clan here at the moment, 8 580s on the dock. They're on the main Marina, actually, in the middle, and Jacob was over there on the mega yacht Marina. They have a spot down the end there at Vuda Marina where you can put 100 and something footers there, and then you've got the normal marina here, which is usually for boats over 50 feet or something, but we got squeaked in even though we're only 43 feet. And then there's the other pool, which is a really smart design. It's a rotary one with a big centrum mooring and stuff, and everyone's chucked in there like spokes of a wheel, so everyone's pretty happy. And there was a lot of banter going on over at the Boat Shed restaurant last night. Everyone having a good time, talking stories about what they went through. And we will start doing the one-on-one interviews probably today, because there's a couple of people that might be out within the next few days. We've got 2 boats out on the hard right now. Christian came out pretty quickly. He's got very unique anti-fouling. He doesn't have anti-fouling. He's got like a vinyl wrap, which is like a silicon based, so it's just really super slippery material. And any bugs or slime or barnacles that hope to hang on, they can't hang on. It's just too slippery. But you have to be very careful how you handle it. So he's set up a central lift point from the keel, so you actually run a line down from the crane effectively to the keel and lift it, so you don't have to have the slings underneath the hull. And they did that with the Mo and the boys. Set up a special link on the travel lift, and they lifted it up and stuck him on the hard. Renaud's put 5 coats of anti-fouling on his boat, soft anti-fouling that'll leach off. He had a super soft stuff for the trip across from Panama, and it really did leach. He had 3 coats on, and some of it was completely gone by the time he got here. But the bottom was perfectly clean, just a few little bits of grime and bits on the hull. So now he's put 4 coats on because it's a long way to Cape Town. And I'm not sure when he's going back in the water, but he's finished painting. He didn't put too much paint on himself, but it was blue, and he had lots of blue spots on him. Anyway, and what else is happening? That's about all. Excuse me. The plan is, I spoke to Adam and Grant last night. The plan is that eventually, I think they're starting to work on it today. They're going to set up the Secret Cove 580 moorings over the side. So that'll be kind of cool. And they're running if you're in Fiji watching this, they're running the Ocean Film Festival again next Thursday. And the boats will be over there by then, but it's pretty cool. We're going to give a little short presentation at the beginning about the Mini Globe Race. And we're thinking of running after the film Venture Film Festival screenings and the celebrating World Ocean Day is finished. We shall be about maybe 8:30 or so, just having a short break, and then they've got a fantastic screen there and a fantastic sound system, and we may well run screen the 2018 Golden Globe Race film called The Voyage of Madmen. It's not been released to the public yet. It's available to buy or hire online. But if you're in Fiji, we might just have a quiet party night over there after the film festival. So it'll probably start about 9 o'clock, and it goes for an hour and a half. So we'll see what the reaction is to that. So if you're in Fiji and you want to see the film, it's a fantastic film. And on the big screen with the the surround sound, all that sort of stuff. It'd be pretty epic. So it could be a chance to kick back and have a few tubes, and or a juice, and watch the 2018 Golden Globe, which is an epic. A lot of things happen, so we'll see. We'll see. I'll publicise it a bit here and see if there's a few people want to come. If they do, then we'll. Adam said we can stick it up on the screen after the festival. So after that's their screenings, which is cool. So that's Thursday night. Okay, so I will. I'll just. I've got a message from Gary there. I'll read it at the end. No, wait. I'll read it right now. Gary Swindle, blowing dogs off chains out here, been virtually under bare poles for the last 24 hours. Only a tiny bit of jib pulled out. Ooh, japers. That's cool. Take care. We'll talk about it again in a minute when we look at the weather. See what Windy's doing, because Windy sometimes, as I've always said, it's a really good system, very accurate when they get good data going in. With any computer, rubbish in, rubbish out, and it's hard to get the weather data going on the models. But anyway, I'm keen to see what the screen says about Gary now, so we'll get straight into it. And here we go. There's the interesting track for Eric. Here we go. We've only got half the fleet out there, and I thought it might be a boring session. But you're on the tracker. I'm on the tracker. We'll leave that for the moment. We'll talk about that at the end. Although he has turned around. Look at that. He's backtracking now. The bow's pointing the other way. So maybe he's on a roll. We'll just have to see. So I'll just scoot this back here and get to the rest of the fleet. Had a quick chat with Urton today on WhatsApp this morning, very early, 6 o'clock or whatever. Oh yeah, there's a bit of breeze there. Yep. Okay. So let's just come back and have a look at this. Yep. Mark's got a bit of breeze too. Gary's got a bit of breeze. What's Mark doing? Let's see. 5.7. That's his kind of weather. Coconut's a Lalo 34, usual displacement, full keel, Golden Globe race type boat, and he'd be having a great time. He and oh jeepers, he's got crew on board. Yes. Anyway, so Gary, better stay on the focus here. So Gary's doing 4.3 knots under bare poles, has been for the last 24 hours or so. Did 140 miles. The good news is he's got sea room, and it's all going in the right direction. And the wind vane would still be steering, like under bare poles, it's fine. Boat speed's the same, it's just no sails up. And I've had the longest session I had was about 17 hours on tracker under bare poles, and it was very comfortable. But let's see what the sea state is here. Could be 3 to 4. Yep, it's 3 to 4 meters. So that could be a good solid 3 to 4. Probably rolling and braking, surfing, all that sort of stuff. So little bit of head sail out the top to keep it moving in the right direction. And you'll have some stories. So thanks for the update, Gary. You can give us a call later on we're doing the tracker now. If you're watching this, Gary, just to see what's happening to you, give us a call. I've got the phone here and I've got battery. We could put you up. Okay, so Josh, not quite as big a sea, but building, doing 5.2 and 93 mile day. He's got similar winds. So we'll come back to the wind here. Yep, same sort of breeze, maybe a little bit less, but virtually the same. So Josh will have a few stories there as well, I reckon. And happy to be out of there. He's done the Magic 100, so not quite 93 miles. So then we're back to Jasmine. Breeze is picking up for Jasmine as well. She's in this goldy colour, so she's got 25, 28, 30, gusting maybe 35 even, doing 4.3, 106 mile day. Urton didn't mention anything about big breezes this morning, but he's doing 4.4, 107 mile day, and he's in the green. The big wind's following up behind him, so he'll have a big push there to keep going, which is good. Looking forward to getting in. And poor old Eric, jeepers. Here we go. We'll have a bit of a chat about that. You can see here now that the trades are there, it's creating a distinct wind shadow from the main island here. They're quite mountainous here, but and it's very hard to say how much and where and why and all those sorts of issues but you can look at his historic track. When he turned up here, I'll keep building this up until, so you can see here the winds drop right off, but no, he hasn't turned around. He's gone the other way. I'm not sure. He was facing the other way a minute ago, but that's 15 minutes. That's why. So he might be just drifting around there, not going fast anywhere. 1.3 knots. So we are monitoring the situation because it is a bit normal, and he hasn't. It's not. It is normal, but who knows? We're just aware of the situation, and he hasn't run his manager for a while. But he's altered course, so we're not overly concerned. You see their conscious course alterations. So we'll see what happens there, and it's very frustrating, light winds, and I'll build this right up so you can see where the passes are and bits, and I'll show you his track. Basically, we were hoping he'd get into Vuda by about, just shortly after sunset yesterday, but Adam was slowed up as well, and so by sunset, excuse me, he was just coming up here past the first entry point. This is a shipping channel. Okay, there are lead lights there to guide you down the centre. There are also beacon lights on this side here. It's quite narrow, and you do get quite a current going through there. So this one's narrow, and yes, good idea if you're coming up here and you're lacking breeze, then you don't want to get caught. Because it is narrow and not a lot of leeway, reefs either side, and so on. There's some interesting points about the reefs, but I'll come back to that in a minute. So he decided to just drift out here, go for sea room, and there was very little wind from what I can see. We haven't had contact with him, but it looked like it was very little. Then all of a sudden, it was all over, more or less. He decided to go for sea room, and at one point he was doing 3 knots down here, 3 knots sailing this way. And then who knows what he put up and so on, but altered course. So there's a big difference if you keep going north with these passes here. There's 2 other options to go round. This one here is a mile wide, and there's not as much current coming out of here because generally, the reason there's more current there is there's a smaller gap. It's a dead end here, so it builds up pressure, and the currents inside the lagoon can actually come down and just get hooked and focused into this funnel effect here. But in terms of the cloud break, which is a world famous surf break here, in this 1 mile opening, and even the other side of Tavarua Resort here in the island, there's not a lot of current there. You might get 1.5 knot, but the thing is, it's so wide, there's not a lot to hit. As long as you've got breeze to sail, you can actually tack through there even. And even if you've got a big sea running out of here, most of the sea's going in the opposite direction to the reef. It's coming through, and you very rarely get, even if the wind is going the wrong way, very rarely get dangerous seas here. It's usually quite calm once you get in, because you're in the lee of this reef. It's actually behind the reef edge. Even though the water's coming up, the depth is coming up from a long way, it's like a wall, and the currents are going sideways and stuff, so you very rarely hear about treacherous stuff, so it's not too bad to get through there. Anyway, he's been back and forwards. I thought on this leg here he might have actually decided to just ease off and drift through. He's saving his electric outboard motor because he wants to keep that for the final approach into Vuda, which is fine. And if in doubt, stay out. That's a common phrase for seamanship. And so he's just chuffing around. But it's been daylight now for a couple of hours here. And, again, if you're sailing down this way, or you can sail back that way, then you can actually drift through. And then the weather when you get in here, even though I don't know where that checker came from, you might have light winds there. It's reasonably safe. There's not currents to push you anywhere, and you can keep going. So hopefully you'll get in sometime today. But if we open this back out and we now go for the 2 days of weather, let's see what's happening now. Where he is now, that gives me the impression it's 5 to 8 knots. Maybe 5 to 8, could even pick up to 10. But while we're talking, Eric, I'll just stay here and we'll push that through for today and see. Big hole there and centered right over the top where Eric is, so he might be drifting around for a while. It'll be supremely frustrating, but it seems to be coming back a little bit. See, when you get that cover there, that's usually enough to sail. So we might be able to get around, but that he could still be out there if he's not comfortable sailing through at 1 or 2 knots. Then we'll just have to wait and see. Then if we carry through, so that's This is starting to get into tomorrow. It's just cycling back and forwards. There's another one coming through the next day, and then it picks up. But you do get, as you probably saw, like when it's showing here now inside the lagoon, there's no wind. You absolutely get a sea breeze effect. So you'll get, if it's showing zero wind there, when you're in the lagoon in the afternoons on a sunny day, you will get 10 to 15 knots of northwesterly coming in here. Then as the sun goes down, it stops, and you quite often get a nice 10 knot, 15 knot, even sometimes a land breeze going back the other way. So this computer generation is not always correct. And if you watched Adam yesterday coming through, you'll see at times you're sailing 3 knots and it's showing you zero that wind there. So don't always believe what you see here. It doesn't take into effect sea breeze and land breeze. It's just going for the general trade winds being blocked by the land mass. So eventually breeze will turn up, but yeah, as I say, there's plenty of breeze there, but that's what I call weather rather than sea breeze, land breeze effect. Enough of that. So we'll come back here and look at what the other guys and girls are going to get in the next 24 hours. So here we are. And I'm pushing this through now. So plenty of breeze there. Everything's going to get a puff. This is about 12 hours later. So he's going to catch up to Eric by the look of it. We'll have to wait and see. Jasmine's the same. So hang on to your hats. But plenty of breeze to get through. We'll go back to Gary and Josh now and just see what's going on here. So that's what they got at the moment. Plenty, probably bare poles running through, and they're holding that. It's going to stay. They've got plenty of breeze for the next 24 hours, and then slowly, very slowly dropping down a little bit, but not a lot. So all coming from the right direction. So they've got some fast timings for the next couple of days, and then it'll be maybe 3 days. You're going to get a break, Gary. So you've got an objective to cotton on to Josh and try and catch up to him. So, all right, that's enough of that. I'll come back here and say g'day. Say g'day. Standing by for your call, Gary, if you're watching. So get rid of this one. Okay, coming up here. Shannon, Josh is racing, obviously. That's cool. Got Gary's message. If you missed it, everybody, it says blowing dogs off chains out here. That's an Aussie slang thing, or blowing the tits off. I won't go there. Anyway, Aussie language. Been virtually under bare poles for the past 24 hours. Only a tiny bit of jib pulled out. So that's it. Oh, more from Gary. I haven't been out of the cabin for 4 days. Yeah, that happens too. Yeah, it's quite surprising. Once the wind is all coming from behind, you can do that. I had that, you feel guilty because it's quite comfortable down below. Listen to music, just cruising along. So the cabin in a 580 is quite comfortable. So I hope you're having a good time, Gary. Josh is racing, hasn't been out for 24 hours yet. Josh, racing hasn't been, that means been out of the cabin. He left yesterday at 2:30. So, hasn't been out sailing for 24 hours. Yeah, so he's going fast. Got it, Shannon, I know what you're saying. So, yeah, not quite 24 hours, but he's done well in terms of making the moves. Hi, Sean. Great coverage as usual, by the way. I think your waffle is fantastic and informative. Oh, Nick, thank you very much. That's life. So you get what you get, and we all have a lot of fun. It was great to catch up with all the guys yesterday. We've been busy still, so I managed to get the photo gallery up for Christian, and shortly after we've had breakfast, I've been going for bloody hours so far, I haven't even had breakfast. I'll get the photo gallery up for Adam and then for Jacob. Now, Jacob was really good. We warned him. We said, don't jump in the water. It was really funny. Jeepers, Gary called. I missed the call. Sorry, Gary. I'll call you, see if you're there. Hang on. This could be fun. Hang on. I got to hang up. I didn't have the video call. Wait, Gary. I'll call you back. Video call. Okay, here comes Gary. This could be fun. Hello, Gary. That's cool. Good to see you, mate. You look comfortable down below there. Hang on, I got to.
don't think I've been out of the cabin for 4 days. I've just been down here copping and pleasing.
Yeah, okay. Listen, I got you up on the screen now. So where are we? There we go. I've got to angle this right. So you're well. You're having a good time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm actually in the lee of the vow at the moment, so I've been able to actually cook a bit of breakfast for the first time in days.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm good. The boat's amazingly handling some of the stuff that's thrown at me. This is definitely the worst weather I've had the whole trip, really.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's been 6 or 7 days now. I've had wind, and the last 4 days has just been really strong. So big swells and horrible seas and all that. But yeah, I'm been reading books and watching The Blacklist on Netflix and things. So letting the hydroplane sail the boat itself, mate. It's doing a wonderful job there.
Well, that's cool. So it's by windy, it looks like it's blowing sort of 28 gust and 35 or something with up to 4 meter seas.
Oh yeah, definitely that. I mean, there's been sort of cloud, lines of cloud coming through, and that beefs it up even more, sort of thing. They're gone at the moment, but yeah, that's certainly been it's been an experience, that's for sure. Yeah.
That's crazy. And you would sit kicking back watching movies with Starlink. That's ridiculous.
Well, I download series of, when I haven't been up to the Starlink on for a couple of days, so rough, and I'll download some stuff off Netflix and all sorts of stuff, and I've been reading more books than I've ever read in my whole life, so yeah, it's been good.
That's all right.
God, I can't wait to get to Fiji.
Yeah, I can believe it. Anyway, nice place. That means you've probably seen all the photos and bits and pieces. So Vuda Marina is pretty cool.
Yeah, no, I've seen all the photos and all that. So yeah, looking forward to getting there. And yeah, so I think we've got this for another couple of days, have we? This strong weather.
Yeah. It's going to be there. It's just what I call super strong trade winds. Parallel isobars, but it's just going to blow.
Yeah. I've been trying to sail a little bit off the wind, like not dead downwind. Because if you're going dead downwind, you get tossed from side to side. If you're going a bit off the wind, you sort of only get tossed from one side. So it's not too bad.
That's all right.
I see Josh is going due east, so I'm going to try and follow Josh. If not, I might go a bit south and go just around the bottom of the cloud or island or whatever it's called or something like that. I don't know. I'll make up my mind in the next few hours.
Yeah, that's all right. So the food's okay, catering's good, the hotel staff are looking after you?
I've got more food than I need, and I just haven't, the last 4 days, I haven't eaten very much at all, to be honest. It's just so rough, and, I've tried. I'll tell you one thing, if you ever see that tin corned beef, never buy that and try and eat that. It's horrible stuff.
There's a standing...
I might get right, but it was bloody horrible, so I got popped out.
A standing...
It's good, water's good, everything's good, yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. Well, I hate to tell you, but I had a tin of corned beef the other day here, and we had tin corned beef on our bounty boat trip. We only had little bits, but a few of us started to dislike it, so I know what you mean. Never mind. What do you...
Cook it with something, I don't know, but straight out of the tin, forget it.
Yeah, too true. So, you still... I mean, you look well. You're still laughing and smiling. I mean, it seems... Is it dry down below? Describe what it's like living on board in this stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I think everything's closed up pretty well. And I've only got the Starlink's out in the cockpit, so I've got to sort of hang on to it while I use it. But I've had rain and all sorts of stuff. But no, it's got that salty dampness down here, but it's not wet at all. It's pretty good. Bunks are dry. All my clothes are dry. So yeah, it's bit of a mess, but anyway, it is what it is.
Can you stick the phone out there, or you show us outside? And so you got nothing up, just a small jib at the moment.
I've got about 2 feet of the jib pulled out. That's about it, just to sort of give me a little bit of direction, I suppose. But,
yeah.
I haven't had the main up. It seems like days, and but last night it was really blowing. Last night, yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm a bit in the lee of the bow at the moment, I think. The swells dropped down and it's starting to pick up a bit now, but so that was just a bite for a couple of hours.
Yeah, you're one of the lucky ones. You got a good dodger there. I can't believe some of the 580s without dodgers. It makes life a bit more pleasant, eh?
Oh, I tell you, I couldn't have survived without this dodger. It's only tiny, but the amount of work it does is amazing. Just keep it spray out and rain out and all that sort of stuff, so you can have a bit of fresh air in the boat most of the time.
Yeah, too true. And is it overcast? Like, obviously it's overcast.
Yeah.
So you got enough power?
Yeah, I think so. It's starting to rain now. It's overcast. It's been patchy. Like the cloud will go away, sun will come out, and then it's still rain again or get cloudy. So yeah, I've been sort of preserving my power. I've got about 50% in this bank of batteries and about same bit more in the other banks. So I'm just going to start really preserving it now in case it rains for the rest of the trip, sort of thing. But I don't know what the weather's doing in that regard.
Yeah. Do you look back and realise how far you've come?
Yeah, I think a lot about that. It's pretty amazing. I never ever, I don't know. You look back, it's thousands of miles, and it's if nothing else, I'm pretty proud of myself for what I've achieved.
Yeah, the only thing you've been missing out on is all the other entrants, like all the other guys here, so you're going to have some fun when you get here. Hopefully they'll convince you to keep going,
Yeah, well, that's fun bit. I see the videos and the photos of stuff they did in Tonga, and I'm thinking, shit, I wish I was there, But anyway, I haven't been there, and that's been one disappointing thing of the whole race for me.
Yeah.
But other than that, the sailing's good. It gets frustrating at stages, and gets a bit sort of not scary, but a bit what's the word you say? Sometimes you're a little bit anxious when you come off the back of a wave and you slam down to the next one. That's a bit scary, but the boat's holding together, so that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's cool. You'll probably look, as you're a sailor anyway, but as you know, you'll get over this and you get back on shore and you look back at those moments and you think, shit, they were good.
Well, actually, the first couple of days of this, I was really anxious, I suppose, and thinking, just a bit worried and all that sort of stuff. But now I'm just, what's going to happen basically with how the boat's going to handle it. So I'm not too concerned at the moment, as long as it doesn't start blowing stronger than it has been.
Yeah. Part of the course. Well, everyone's looking forward to seeing you because it'll be like creating a whole new friendship. It's been that long,
Forever, but no, I'm looking forward to get there, and my wife will be there, and I'm pretty sure I'll get there now before she arrives, so that's good. And see everybody, and then I'm going home for a couple of weeks, and I'll be back. So yeah, it's all looking good, mate.
Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, that's good to catch you. Good, even though you're sitting there. But I found it quite relaxing when I was under bare poles because you didn't have to do anything. You just sort of hang out.
I mean, I got sick of getting up and pulling the main nut down and pulling it up and pulling it down a few days back there. And then I thought, bugger it, I'll just leave it down. And it's, like I said, I got up to 10 knots with just that little bit of jib out the front sort of thing. Surfing away. But the hydrovane's really good. I was a bit dubious about it for a while, but it does like strong winds, that's for sure.
Yeah. Boat speed and the rest of it. No, that's cool. All right. Well, everyone will be happy to see you on this one. It's always fun when it's live, so that's cool. We should make a point of it. Anyway, so we're on. Anyway, we're still doing trackers. So if you see you, just come up anytime, eh? It's good to hear you.
Yeah. All right, mate. No worries. Thanks, Don.
All right.
Everyone at home?
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be listening. They might be watching now, but I'll make sure they know about this one. So, all right, good on you, Gary. Stay safe, and we'll see you very soon, eh?
Yep. Thank you. Bye.
Okay, see ya. Okay, that was a bit of fun. So, yeah, all good. So Gary's having a great time, and yeah, it's really interesting when you are under bare poles because there's nothing to do. You're quite dry, quite okay inside the boat and all those sorts of things. But it just keeps trucking along. I had the South Atlantic wind vane, and it was doing a great job. You're still doing your sort of 4s to 7s and stuff. So anyway, but yeah, Gary did luck out with the people there. So being a little bit behind on each of the ports, and it'll be fun here in Fiji. And it is a mass start, so then finally Gary would have an even chance to keep going if he lines up on the 26th of July and heads towards Cape Town. So fingers crossed. I think we've got a couple of other comments here after Gary. Geez, lucky I heard him. In fact, I must have had, the bloody phone's on silent. No wonder I didn't hear him. Okay, I'll fix that. So that was very lucky I got him. I nearly missed him. Okay, not a problem, Sharon. G'day, Rachel. Corned beef's great with tomato sauce. Absolutely, it's the only way I can eat it. Anyway, we when I did the mountie boat trip going across, we had only the same food that William Bligh had, after the mutiny. So all we ate, we got 2 little survival biscuits in the morning, 2 little survival biscuits at night, but 5 of the 7 days in a week, we got 75 grams, which is not a lot. It's a little bundle like this of tinned corned beef. So it was 1 tin basically separated by 4 of us. And I didn't mind it at all, but one guy on board the boat, he grew to hate it. It was really, really crazy. Anyway, we had a lot of fun, but even now I still don't mind a tin of corned beef every now and then. It's a big deal in Tonga, for instance, and even across the Pacific, because it's one of the staples of where they get their meat from, Anyway, up to personal taste, but it's kind of fun. Jonathan, still amazed by the changes in communication and that we're able to see this stuff live yeah, exactly. Crazy, eh? And I think, to me, the funniest one is the vision of, roaring along in sort of 30, gusting 35, 4-metre seas, rain, all that sort of stuff, buttoned up in your little 580 because they're completely watertight when you shut the hatch. You got vents to breathe, and just laying back on your bunk, reading a book, watching a movie, downloading TV series, watching the live tracker update that I'm doing here, so it's live, call your mates, call your family, have a video chat. This is insane. And it's quite an interesting scenario. And for our other events, for me, it's a whole new experience because the Golden Globe is you cut, no comms anywhere except for your HF radio. And the Ocean Globe was a little bit the same. And it's interesting to see what it does and how it works. So it's topic of discussion all the time. Okay. Yep. Okay. Isla, thanks, Don, for updates. Cool. Okay, so that's it. We're done. Spare a thought for Eric. Poor guy, he's out there obviously frustrated, and we're monitoring the situation. We're not worried. He knows what he's doing, and he'll get here eventually. So we'll see you all tomorrow. See you later.
The making. The McIntyre Mini Globe Race 2025. Small boat, huge adventure.